So I watched the Grammys this year. Many conversations about the Grammys are still lingering and probably will be for the rest of the year. But something that completely drew me in was the premiere of Lady Gaga's single Abracadabra. And I was so taken aback because it feels like I haven't seen or heard this Gaga in so long. For people who didn't experience Gaga's rise in real time, I think this song and video is the closest you can get within a modern context. It just has a similar feel. It's out there, it's a little kooky and nonsensical, it's camp, and it's catchy and well produced. And honestly, some people might be mad at me for saying this, but I have not felt this captivated by a Gaga single since Art Pop. I mean, I liked Rain on Me, I liked Babylon. I think she's had some good singles then, but I don't view them as Gaga performing at the height of her powers. And even though Art Pop wasn't as well received upon release, I think it still has some of Gaga's career best on it, like Guy, Venus, Sex Dreams. Good thing history has come to be a bit kinder to that album. And once again, of course, I've liked Gaga's songs since then, but I haven't felt captivated as much as her earlier career work until this song and video, where it was like, oh, she is back, and she is back in full force. Disease is what really kicked off this album cycle, and I thought Disease was fine. It kind of reminded me of like a Born This Way unreleased track. No, I felt it was a little too close to comfort, and it sounds to me that it was maybe created to capitalize on the Bloody Mary virality that happened. But both of these songs are a callback to Gaga's roots, and really they're two sides of the same coin, but I think Abracadabra is the more polished and cleaner side. It just gets everything right. It's very Europop, very modern. The synth breakdown and post-chorus reminds me of Brat by Charli XCX, more specifically Von Dutch by Charli XCX, you know, just a sprinkle of that in there. It's a very self-referential song lyrically, and it's funny to say lyrically because the chorus is mostly just gibberish, where she says Gaga and then offshoots to words that sound similar or rhyme. Not even just words, but just sounds. You know, it recalls Bad Romance, Judas, those type of Gaga hooks where she's just communicating an emotion through gibberish. It's a trademark for her at this point. It's kind of like what na-nas and A's are for Rihanna. But to me, this is how you pay homage to an old sound and bring it into a modern context, because it does sound modern, it does sound fresh, it does sound contemporary, despite the various obvious callbacks to her past. And it is a very hooky song as well. It feels like an amalgamation of the work that she's done. It feels distinctly Gaga, it feels like her territory, not anyone else's. It definitely sounds like she's been here before and she's done it, but this is the masterclass take of it. And I think this is a prime example of how you tribute an older sound that you've done before, while injecting some modernity and still bringing life to it. You know, it doesn't feel like she's just phoning it in. It feels like she's really trying with this song in video. Some of her peers that are sexy confident and so intelligent maybe could take a few notes from her. Gaga has been toned down for the last few years, but I'm reminded with this song of how well she does camp and over-the-topness, and that is a large reason why the world took to her. We are also in the middle of a fun left-field pop resurgence, so this is literally perfect timing for a veteran to come back and be like, hey, I can still do this, and I'm a master at it. It's also nice to see a veteran not go completely soft and plain, because I did think Gaga was headed down that road until this era kicked off. But this song definitely puts the Gaga in Lady Gaga, and I think it's a bridge between two generations as well. For the people who experience her rise in real time, it's a little reminder of why the world was captivated by her. For the people that didn't experience her rise in real time, they get to have a little taste of that same appeal. Just a little taste, because obviously it's a whole different ballpark from back then. But I do think it's a great modern representation of Gaga's dance pop roots and campiness.